Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing another 5-colored commander. We're going to be playing Tom Bombadil with an historic Brawl. Now, this is from the Lord of the Rings set, new card. It's more of the card is more of like a saga lord, you know, it revolves around sagas. If you have 4 or more lore counters, it has indestructible and hexproof, and then it cycles through your sagas once you reach, let's say, the last, once a saga leaves the battlefield, let's say. But the only thing is, it does it once per turn. So the ability only triggers once per turn. So let's get right into the list, right? Now, I'm not going to talk about each and every card in the list, but I am gonna mention basically what we have going on in the list, right? 1 mana fixer, we have mana rocks, we have ramp within the same sagas that we're running, and some mana rocks here as well for 2 mana. We also have so what I do like about this list, and what I've tried to go for, are cards that discount your sagas, right? Like Sten, Paranoid Partisan, and we have also Jukai Naturalist here as well. We have Cloud Key. These are all cards that says spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast, right? This one says enchantments cost 1 less to cast. We can cast Sten, and Sten, basically provides a discount. Now, I built this deck multiple times and it's just terribly slow, right? If you're running a lot of expensive sagas, it's going to be insanely slow and you won't play your commander anytime soon, right? Because usually you want that built-in protection from Tom. So you want to have your commander on the battlefield when there are at least 4 lore counters, right? So the only way for this to be kind of competitive is to play a lot of cheap sagas, like a 2 mana sagas, and you have to cast 2 in the same turn just so you can have 2 lore counters, and then the following turn you'll have 4 lore counters, and then you can cast your Tom Bombadil. It has its built-in protection, and now it can start to cycle through the sagas themselves and just basically provide never-ending value. Now, we had a lot of 5 mana sagas here. Here are the honorable mentions: Battle of Frost and Fire, I had to cut this; Cruelty of Gix, Eldest Reborn, and Showdown of the Skulls. It's a 4 mana saga. I had many more, but I had to cut them down. Running expensive sagas is not how this deck is going to be competitive, right? Running expensive sagas really destroyed this deck. It killed the list for me, and it's mainly because it's just too slow to get. You need to get sagas down, and you need to get multiple sagas down, so that you can get your Tom Bombadil down and have its built-in protection and go from there, basically. But for now, it's been performing pretty good. We have card advantage cards like the One Ring. We have Black Market Connections and Phyrexian Arena. We also have tutors here within the list. We have Assemble the Team. We have Ringside, and we have Grim Tutor. We also have, let's say, board wipes. We have the Elder Dragon War. We also have what was my other board? Oh yeah, my other board wipe was Battle of Frost and Fire, which I had to cut. But nonetheless, the deck. It's just on Arena, we don't really have a lot of good sagas, to be honest. Mostly, when you go through the saga list and try to find like cards for this card, the sagas suck, man. Like they're terrible. Like it's a small few of them that are good, and a lot of times you're gonna have to cut a lot of things, right? We are running a lot of enchantments like Meat Hook Massacre, obviously the sagas, Black Market Connections, Phyrexian Arena, stuff like that. Smothering Tithe here as well. And we are running Sithis here as well, so it's pretty good synergy when it comes like enchantment wise. But our main win cons here are Dance of the Manse and Eerie Ultimatum. We are going to be sort of a graveyard deck, because a lot of sagas, they don't flip necessarily, they just they enter their final chapter, and then they just go to the graveyard, right? So we accelerated that graveyard synergy with Binding of the Titans and Teachings of the Kirin, right? So we're gonna take advantage of the fact that sagas go to the graveyard and bring them all back with Dance of the Mans and Eerie Ultimatum. And we have some big sagas here like War and Kiora Best the Sea God, because these are good when you get them off of Tom's effect when you cycle through sagas, right? And that's the problem. That's the problem where you actually kind of want to run 5 mana sagas, but at the same time you don't want to open with them, you don't want to top deck them, because it takes a lot of mana to play them, and you need to play multiple sagas so you have the built-in protection for Tom, which makes the expensive sagas very, very terrible. The rest of the deck is as shows, Golos, it fixes mana. We have pretty much a lot of things. The only thing that this deck kind of misses on is, you can say, interaction. Yeah, your sagas have a lot of removal in them, but still, when it comes to interacting with certain things, that's why I have one Heliod's Intervention. Of course, it's only going to be one, but I have a card like this. It's like a mass removal for artifacts and enchantments. It also gains its life, because the One Ring drains your life. Black Market Connections drains your life. So I wanted to find something that I can tutor for that can gain me life, right? Or be a multi-function card, right? Like either gain me life or remove something. We also have removal within Swords to Plowshares. We obviously are going to run Swan Song here and Wash Away. I am running one Tail's End here, and I'm playing Goldberry here as well. So Goldberry has been pretty good with this deck. Goldberry, it's very synergistic, and it also plays well with the theme. I believe Goldberry was Tom's wife or something like that, so we had to have her in the deck, and yeah, she played very, very well with the deck. And Goldberry obviously plays very well with decks that have counters, right? Like Planeswalkers also. I can't wait to run this card in a Planeswalker deck and see what happens, basically. But yeah, 2 mana sagas, very, very important to have a lot of them, so you can play 2 at the same turn and then play Tom the turn after. That way you just don't have to worry about Tom getting removed, right? And the rest of the deck, your sagas are going to provide you with value. A lot of them do ramp, a lot of them remove, a lot of them do a lot of things, right? So there I'm back again. I managed to win an insane game against Corvold, mainly because of this card. The game was just crazy. So I'm not very sure about this card still. There are a lot of 5 mana sagas that I'd rather run instead of this, but at the very least it does ramp. It does create a creature that when it gets removed, just basically puts you miles ahead from your opponent through the treasures, right? The rest of the deck, Farewell, Leyline Binding, we are a 5-colored list, and I made the mana around Leyline Binding a little bit, but yeah, the rest is World Tree here. We are running Roadside Reliquary, Mana Confluence, Forsaken Crossroads, Fabled Passage, and Command Tower, and Triomes here as well. And then the dual lands all can provide a lot of your colors here. And I am running 1 copy of Westvale Abbey, and Westvale Abbey is just so good with Hallowed Haunting and Archon of Sun's Grace, because you do make a lot of you do go wide, and also a lot of your sagas can make creatures, and they do flip themselves. So if you can find a way to sacrifice 5 creatures, then this is a win con, basically. I included another win con in the deck just in case, Archon of Sun's Grace fails, or Hallowed Haunting fails, or Dance of the Mans fails, or Eerie Ultimatum fails. And this can act as backup in case your opponent has removal or a board wipe for your board, right? So Westvale Abbey is great here, especially with cards that make you go wide, like Hallowed Haunting and Archon of Sun's Grace. Yeah, I tried to explain as much as possible. Wizard's Rocket, it's here to fix mana. It's a great mana fixer. It's going to be a staple in all of my 5-colored lists here. It's amazing, right? Veil of Summer Protection. This is probably the best saga to play with Tom, because this itself can provide you with the built-in protection that Tom requires, right? Because it has a lot of chapters, and the more lore counters you put on it, the better it is for Tom. And it's 1 mana, and you don't need to cast any other sagas to have the protection. So Tom has been a very difficult card to make work, to be honest. Like, man, if we had access to more sagas on Arena, sure, more cheap sagas that are pretty good, yeah, Tom would have worked, excuse me. But with the amount of sagas we have right now, I mean, you can switch out what you like, put in what you like. I mean, it's not really gonna matter. The deck is going to be slow regardless, but it's enjoyable to play. Try to make it as competitive as possible, and this is what I came out with. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. If you do, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be covering a lot more historic content or historic Brawl content, because obviously of the new set, and because this is what I'm enjoying at the moment. I am gonna cover standard, but just not as much as I used to before. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I hope you guys appreciate my comeback to the channel, and yeah, I'm excited to see where we go from here. So yeah, thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you later with another video. Okay, bye. Alright, we're playing against the mirror, so I'm very intrigued to see what other people are doing with this card. But our hand, huh? We're desperately missing a white source. Our hand is not good. It really isn't. So what do we have here? Assemble the team, Heliod's intervention, and just the staff of completion. This hand is empty, like literally empty. We've got nothing with this hand. We don't have sagas. We have ramp. This is the only good thing, and we have removal for their sagas slash, you know, just artifact enchantments. But I think we're forced to keep this, unfortunately, and we go white with this. We take the scry. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Okay, we're slowly getting something here. We have 4 lands technically, so play tower, play Azusa's Many Journeys, play catacombs, pass. Alright, well, hopefully we can get like a very fast start here. Alright, nothing, huh? I don't know if they're playing any removal here, but I'm just gonna play the Staff of Completion into a Assemble the Team. See what we can find. Farewell, Golos, Hallowed Haunting, Smothering Tithe. I don't hate the Golos. I really don't. It puts us ahead, but I'm trying to find the card that gives us card advantage, right? What I was really trying to find is either a One Ring or a Black Market Connections, because we just ran out of value, right? Anything that can give me value, anything. No. Alright, and a bunch of lands. Okay, so what do we take here? I'm taking Golos here. Can't cast the Tom here. In case they have removal, we can't really do much. Weather Sea Treaty. Good saga. We could have taken Farewell or the Tutor card. Eerie Ultimatum, slow. Alright, Golos it is. We're gonna get the World Tree. We are gonna get the World Tree. We can also get Westvale Abbey, but I have that in the deck for Hallowed Haunting. Create a Sparaling. And then they just cast the Tom just like that. Interesting. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Golos is unforgiving when it comes to that, so hopefully we hit some sagas, all lands. That's just my luck. Nice. I was hoping to get at least... I was hoping to get 2 sagas. Alright, this is pretty good for them. They might have removal for this Golos. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna let us spin the wheel twice. Esper Sentinel. Why are you playing that? How do you even have room in your deck? and Lithoform Engine to copy the ability. Nice. That's kind of spicy. Sure, I'll take this. Now, we can kill their stuff here. But spinning the wheel is just more valuable. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me with this. There is absolutely no way this just happened. There's no way that just happened. And I hate Magic. I really do. Like, it can't be like this, bro. Look at this. Alright. And there's no point in me even casting this. That's insane, bro. No, of course. After all of this, it just ends up dying. 2 turns just literally doing nothing. Alright. You can attack me with the Tom, which I'll be forced to take, I think. Maybe not. I'm definitely going to block, I think. We do want to preserve our life points as much as possible here. Leyline Binding. Alright. One, two, three, four. And then we pay the 1. All right. Song of Frailes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You recast the Tom. Alright, here I don't mind this. Bard. Because we can also proliferate to protect our commander through Staff of Completion. Staff of Completion is just so good in this deck. Alright. Edgar, that's fine. Wonder why they're playing cards like these, like Edgar, like the Mirror, Esper Sentinel. Just doesn't help with the synergy of the deck, right? It makes their deck extremely slow. But they're just pulling ahead here with this much ramp and advantage. Their board, I think, is definitely a little better than ours. Alright. We can call human here. I don't think we're gonna have anything castable here. Mirror, sure. Alright, Weather Sea Treaty. Yep, let's get some lands here. Get whichever land. We have World Tree. We also have... not yet. Let's just cast this. This can't block. This is my... okay. I think we're doing pretty well here. No attacks. Sure. Ranger class. What is your last card? We also do need to proliferate here. But we're gonna be losing life, no? Arnie slays the troll. Alright. Sure. We're down to 5. Can we afford to proliferate? We're gonna have to. Get me the Savai Triome. Rat, I guess. Domain, sure. Fate Smog. Man, it's all up to this. Ooh, Meat Hook Massacre is just on time. Gain control. Alright, we go in here. We go all in. Sacrifice, draw, Corsair. And we're gonna go X minus 6. Oh wow. Okay. So that we can create 14 treasures. And yeah, they just lost the game through Meat Hook Massacre. But the idea was to create 14 treasures, cast Eerie Ultimatum, and get everything back. So GG's. This is a prime example of how this deck works, or is supposed to work, right? This is how we pull ahead, basically. They had plenty of things here, but not very synergistic things, right? While we did. Our deck is far more better than theirs when it comes to Tom Bombadil itself. So yeah, create 14 treasures, cast Eerie Ultimatum, get everything back. So it's a one-sided board wipe, and just pull ahead with insane value. So GG's, nice. Alright, we're going first, and we're playing against Sauron the Dark Lord. This commander has gained a lot of popularity on Arena. Our hand though is, man, if it wasn't for these tap lands, huh? We don't have Arcane Signet on 2, but we can play this slow game. I mean, we have 2 1-mana sagas, which is insanely good for Tom. Like, we can cast both of them in a single turn comfortably, so let's just try it out. Let's try it out. We have protection against counter spells. How bad can it be? Alright, more tap lands. That's fine. Alright, just pass. Not gonna cast this just yet. Mind Spike. Alright. I don't want them to ruin our game plan here or take the Arcane Signet. So I'm just gonna gain protection against it. Alright, this is fine. Alright, let's just pass. I still don't want to cast them just yet. I can cast this technically, but not yet. Alright, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, sure. No lands. Alright. We have to go for black market connections here. And I'm gonna cast this long list of ents. Let's choose Goblin. Sure. Okay. We can cast Archon of Sun's Grace next turn. Or even Elspeth Conquers Death. It all depends on the type of removal that they have. Now, Archon can easily get removed, right? So, at the very least, during the same turn we cast Archon, we can cast like a 1-mana Saga. But I'm really just building towards this Tom Bombadil here. And black market connections should give us card advantage as well as ramp. So they're thinking about what to discard here. River's Rebuke and Crush the Weak. Yikes. Okay. 5-mana thing incoming. Mind Stone. Sure. And the one right now. Of course. Alright. So, treasure, draw. Yeah, I don't want to lose a lot of life. And we're gonna name Archon or Tom. Is this the, yeah, this is the second lore counter. So, probably name Archon. Alright, and we can cast Tom Bombadil next turn. One, two, three, four, 5, 6 mana next turn. Potentially 7 if we top deck a land. Let's see what they want to do. We went first. Okay, they cast our commander. So whenever we cast a spell, sacrifice a legendary artifact or legendary creature. Alright. Draw, treasure, of course. And then we cast, we say Bard. We're losing a ton of life, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we are going to cast Tom here. Ooh, they have a counterspell, it seems like. The Pact of Negation. That's fine, take action. Amass Orcs. We do need the life gain desperately here. And they are going to tap their mana, so they have access to 2 mana now if they have a... Yeah, they're drawing a bunch of cards here as well, so it is not over yet. Maybe Eerie Ultimatum isn't the best game-ending top end or win con for this deck. Childred's Edict. We're gonna chump block here. Because we do want to take advantage off of this black market connections as much as possible. The ring tempts you. Alright, they surely don't want to discard their hand. Command Tower. Ooh, this is interesting. I think we still go for Tom though. They have Wash Away as well. This is almost unbelievable. Alright, we are gonna pass here. They have Brainstorm. Yep. Alright, so extra turn. This is pretty bad for us. Draw, discard. Okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty bad now. Man, what's with all this card draw? And they drew the cards before their end step, so what are you trying to do? Like, just draw your entire deck out? Yeah, I think they're gonna try to win with all the like the extra turn spells, right? Because look at this. They have a lot of cantrips, right? And they have stuff like Saloon Division. I think this is what their game plan is. It's just taking extra turns. I don't think we can sit through this long enough, to be honest. This is already getting way too out of hand. Okay. They just spent 4 mana to return the 1 ring to their hand. And they can recast it, yeah. Draw, discard. Blink of an eye. What are you doing, friend? The card quality seems kind of medium. Like the card choices that they've chosen like for their deck seems pretty not that powerful, to be honest, but it seems to work for them. Oh, come on, okay. This isn't really gonna do much for me. Like, it's not really going to do anything here. It's a race now. Human is fine. Seems like they do have a counterspell too. Yikes. Alright. Ooh, okay. So we got something here. Alright. We're gonna take the draw here. Naturalist. A little too late for that. Let's see if they have some sort of... Okay, they have destruction for this. Alright, no longer having indestructible. That is fine. Alright. Sure. So this kind of sucks for us, to be honest. I'm gonna try to decline here. Alright, what's the play? Alright. Let's name Spirit. We don't have a legendary creature, unfortunately. So we're just casting this just to cast it, basically. Alright, 4 life, we're at 8, so it all comes down to this. They have access to a bunch of mana here. Okay. And they play the One Ring. They have protection from everything. Yeah, but they're going all in here. That's fine. So block here, and trade here. Yep. We are in that spot. Draw a card. Put a +1 counter here. Submit. Army is fine. Yikes. This is not good. This is really not good. So we gain life. We can't attack with this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Battle of Frost and Fire isn't really going to do much for me here. Yeah, we're in a terrible spot. But I think we go for this Eerie Ultimatum. Yeah, they might have a counterspell for it here, surely. Spell Pierce, we're gonna pay for it. And that's game. Nice. Alright, we're going first and we're playing against Geist of Saint Traft. So it's a Voltron kind of deck, right? Decent mana. I mean, we have Weather Seed Treaty. We have Tail's End with no blue source. Luckily, we are going first though. We can fix that issue with Wizard's Rocket. Or Rockets. So yeah, I'm game. Okay. Let's play this out. It's a mana fixer, so it's pretty good. Now, we don't have any way to interact with this Geist besides the Tail's End, so I think we do hold this up next turn instead of playing the Weather Seed Treaty. They foretold, though, we did get our blue mana. Yeah, they can just slam it, bro. They can just slam it, huh? Alright, I think the play is to hold up the Tail's End. They might think that we don't have blue mana up. Yeah, this worked out. Nice. Okay, so this buys us some time. This buys us some time. They do need this commander out so that they can equip it with stuff and put stuff on. But, man, Sten is insane here. We do want an untapped land for Sten. So, white, blue, play Sten, enchantment, and play Weather Seed Treaty. Sure. And then we go get us a black source. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get an untapped land next turn, yeah, they're just passing. Okay. Yeah, so there and back again. Let's see if they want to counter this. We're not going to cast our commander just yet. Not into open mana, at least. We know that this is a Sod coming, most likely. Yeah, they played Wash Away. Yeah, this is fine. We can still play this. Okay, we'll just pass. Yeah, we're playing against the blue deck, so hello. We're fully tapped out, so they can replay their commander here. But is that what you want to do? No, this is Doomscar. Okay. Alright. Ooh. See if they want to counter this. Let's see what we draw. If it's a land, we would like to play it. It's not. Okay, nice. Alright, yeah, they've seen enough. So we were gonna hold priority and remove a counter just so this won't transform on upkeep. And play this, put a counter on it. They'll both have 2 counters, so that's 4 lower counters. Then play Tom Bombadil and go from there. And we have a card advantage engine here within the One Ring, so GG's. Nice. Alright, we're playing against Teysa Karlov. The creature tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink. So it's a tokens deck with, let's take a look at our hand here. You don't have a black source. We can scry. Oh, we don't even have a blue source. Oh, yikes. Terrible hand. Okay. This is much better. Play this tapped. Play Cold Steel, get a white source off of Cold Steel. Pass it back. Tap land. Okay. That's the problem. We only have 1 white source, so we couldn't cast this on turn 3. That sucks. Alright. Nope. I will never cast this. If I don't get an untapped land, I'm not gonna top deck a land, to be honest. We have 2 lands in hand. There's no way I'm gonna top deck a land in this case. Camuor. What are we missing here? I mean, do we even play Tom into open mana? We have nothing to play this turn. This is how crazy it really is. Can play Tom. It's very likely that it's going to get removed. But we have nothing to play. Can't play Binding because we're getting it ready for their commander. Yeah, let's just go for it. If they have removal, then so be it. I mean, you can't just pass an entire turn without doing anything. At the very least, get the removal spell out of their hand. You know? That's turn 4, Tom. Diabolic Intent. Ooh, but they only have 1 black source, so that's a very good sign for us. They might get Source to Plowshares. That's a removal option. Yeah. They're just so scared. So scared. They wasted 3 mana trying to remove Tom here. This is sad for our opponent. It really is. Alright. And we can bounce their token next turn, hit their hand as well. I mean, that play was pretty awful. Like, you had a chance to tutor for any card in your deck and you went for Swords to Plowshares. It was almost very predictable. Very, very predictable. Like all these players are. They're just like so fearful, like, oh my god, let me remove their commander. Kind of salty about it because it's like, just play the game. Like, try to having fun with the game, especially with commander, is when you look that they're just not really doing anything. Having fun when it comes to commander is when you're playing your commander and you're getting value off of, you know, stuff like that. But I guess not. We still don't have a white source, by the way, so I'm just gonna pass here. Alright. All these sagas are pretty good for our Eerie Ultimatum. This is gonna be a juicy Eerie Ultimatum. We do need a land though, like an untapped land. Grin Tutor. Put a +1 counter on this. Yeah, this is gonna help us tutor here, and we're going to get this Triumph because it helps with our colors. I'm gonna go ahead and attack here. What are we gonna tutor for? We can tutor for a Dance of the Mans as an extra win con. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more land though for Dance of the Mans. You can tutor for pretty much anything here. Okay. What a waste of time playing against people like that. It's not even fun. Alright, we're going second and we're playing against Corvold, Fake Cursed King. So it's a very, very strong deck. Our hand is terrible, so we're going to have to take a mulligan. It's just very slow. There's nothing we can do about that. This hand is better. Yeah, we're keeping this. We need one more land though, one more. And unfortunately, I don't think we can cast the Sithis here. But that's fine. Alright, play as many journeys. Play a land tapped, pass. They did a bit of ramping there as well. Mayhem Devil. Gain 3 life. We didn't draw a land. But we did not draw a land. We need to ramp here. Alright. Okay. I mean, Fable and Jugan are both the same thing, like ramp-wise. The only problem is, if they were to remove this creature here, the monk, we don't get value off of the saga as much, but if they were to remove the shaman, we get value off of Fable because of the card value, right? Or, you know, we discard a bunch of things here. So I'm going to discard this Elspeth's Nightmare. And this Jugan as well, I think. To be honest, we need to find lands and we need to... Let's attack here. They might not have a removal spell for the shaman, but they might be thinking of it now. You can cast Corvold next turn, so we have to keep that in mind. We did draw land, but it's not the one we were looking for, right? Because we still can't cast the Sithis. We can, though, with the treasure that we're going to make. And the thing is, I dropped... Okay, they're gonna scry. Alright, maybe we should have dealt with the Mayhem Devil sooner. That's fine though. So we cast Sithis. We only have one green source. How do we make this into an attractive play? And so I think here we have to deal with the Mayhem Devil. Yeah, it just makes no sense to me to cast the Sithis at the moment, unless we're double spelling. Yeah, but they can Woe Strider the Mayhem Devil away. They could have killed the Shaman this turn. They didn't know what we were on. Honestly, this is just a pass for me. The lands we have do not match the hand we have. So that's pretty bad for us. A bit of an interaction here doesn't hurt. Goldberry. Yeah. Alright. They take it. Okay. We cast Sithis. Then we're gonna name Nymph here as well. We might be over investing. They might have a board wipe, but still. Let's just get our stuff down. I mean, they might want to cast Corvold again. Yeah. What are they going to sacrifice? Cold Steel Heart? I don't think they should go after their mana, to be honest, but they are. What an interesting draw. Let's name God. What a very interesting draw. Alright, well, our mana sucks at the moment. What can we do to fix this? Can't cast there and back again. Man, this Goblin Shaman has been generating so much value for us. It's quite insane. We really need to draw land, bro. Alright. Let's just cast this now. Hopefully we top deck a land. We did not. Yikes. They have something, it seems like. What do you have, friend? And our ring bearer is going to be probably Goldberry. So we can remove a counter off of this and put it onto this. Sure. Okay. The big score, yikes. Is that a draw 3? Yeah, it is. Man, Corvold is insane if you don't deal with it. That's a draw 3, by the way. Yep. All right. That's a pretty nice combo. We're almost dead. We have to find answers for the Scorvold. Unfortunately, we don't have any. It's 4 more treasures, bro. What an insane card Corvold is. That's another draw 4. Okay. Who are they killing? Goodbye, Goldberry. Yeah, I mean, if you don't remove Corvold or keep removing Corvold on the spot, I mean, what are you going to do exactly? We're still not drawing that goddamn land, bro. All right. Let's place then. So all they need to do is let this happen. But of course not, they won't. And this is what we wanted. Okay. We're just dead. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, Hallowed Haunting. So, play Staff of Completion and Proliferate. That's all we have. That's all we have. Sure. Wow. Of course, they have the fabled passage on top of the on top of the provisioner. Of course you do. It always works out for opponents that way, huh? Alright. And like, it's always something missing with this deck, bro. It's like, I can't ever find the right thing. I can't ever find the right board wide. It's like, yeah, they'll most likely have removal here, but this is all we got. Alright, is this going to work? It is. Wow. Okay, this just made the game much more interesting. Much more interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have Gallagrators as well. Alright, a tutor me, please. And the Predator here as well. Yeah, their turns are going to seem never ending. Mainly because because of the amount of treasures they're able to generate here. So I need a tutor into a farewell, to be honest. Alright, they're gonna have to discard to hand size. So we already removed Corvold once, so it costs 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're discarding a bunch of lands here. Okay. Alright, let's go Hallowed Haunting. Into Dance of the Mans. Oh, this is exactly what we needed. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go Dance of the Mans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy the merchant. And then this can't block. Okay, draw a card. Yeah, all of our creatures have flying though now, so this is pretty good. Then the ring tempts me. I'm gonna choose Azusa's Many Journeys. This is the least targetable creature that I have here. And we're gonna play. So we can comfortably play Tom Bombadil here, but man, we have to remove that Corvold. Getting this many treasures as well is just super unforgiving for our opponent here. Alright, we get a land here as well. Wow, okay. Did we hit a land drop this turn? I don't think so. We can play Tom here as well. Let's see what they decide to do. Do they have protection for this? They do. Okay. And we are gonna play our Tom. Wow, we managed to eat. What a turn we've had so far. We got extremely well, they both have vigilance, so yeah, I guess so. Got extremely lucky with this play here. With the proliferation play on the there and back again. That's why Staff of Completion is just such an important card in this deck. The ability to proliferate at instant speed and provide mana and draw cards is just really, really good, man. They recast their Corvold. Yeah, it's not over yet, that's for sure. But all of our creatures have flying thanks to this Hallowed Haunting. What we need now, I think, is a Westvale Abbey. Witch's Oven. Now they can kill one of these sagas. Yeah, they're targeting the there and back again. That's fine. Right, soon enough they're gonna draw their entire deck out, so. Yeah, they've had enough. I mean, look at our board, bro. And we're gonna untap with all of this value. We actually managed to beat an insanely valuable core vault deck. Oh my god, this game was insane. GG's. That was a fun game. That was a really fun game. That play we made saved us, bro. Turned the game around, literally. Nice. GG's.